Raina Anderson. I'm a certified professional career coach. I am an HR professional, a second-time grad student, soon-to-be wife, and creator of Success.com. I created my blog right after finishing my master's degree and just before I moved halfway across the country without family, friends, or my boyfriend. So a lot of people that were trying to talk me out of quote-unquote leaving everything behind and moving away for a job, but it was what felt right to me. I created my blog to help me sort of balance this battle between achievement but still being authentic. So my blog is particularly about and achieving success on your own terms and being okay with saying to someone, thanks but no thanks, I am going to do this my own way. A ton of resources on my blog for job searching, career planning, self-exploration, personal branding, all that good stuff. So definitely take some time to visit Success. But for tonight's discussion, we will be talking about different ways to build your blog and brand. And for my chat specifically, we will be talking about tips on how you can launch a successful career campaign. As I mentioned, in addition to my career coaching work, I also work in HR. And this is something that I realized long ago, but I realize it even more so now that I'm in HR. We make the grave mistake of assuming that our emergency is always someone else's priority. We take a very passive seat in our careers, and then we complain when things don't go our way. I thought of this concept of a career campaign a few years ago, and it's really just a way to take control over where your life and your career is going. So let's hop into it, y'all. 3 tips for launching your career campaign. A successful career campaign. Big difference. According to dictionary.com, a campaign is a systematic course of aggressive activities for some specific purpose. Newsflash: if you're submitting resumes and applications and patiently waiting for someone to call you back, or emailing but never following up, you're not being systematic, you're not being aggressive, and you definitely are not being purposeful. So we're going to tackle those 3 issues tonight. The first step to launching your career campaign is to be systematic, and we do that by mapping out a campaign trail. Nothing that is to be successful is done at random. So even though a lot of what we do nowadays in terms of engaging other people does happen online and through social media, it doesn't mean that we get to blindly post and hope for the best. If you are launching a business, wanting to grow a business, kickstart your career, or connect with some heavy hitters, here are a few things that you can start to do to be more systematic. For example, if you have some really important information that you want to get out to someone, there's a better day for you to send that email on. Send it out on a Tuesday or a Saturday. Posting something on social media and you want to make sure that the right people see it, make sure that you're posting between Wednesday and Friday between the hours of noon and 3 p.m. Now, even though that's a little bit more narrow, it's still a pretty wide range of time, so the most important thing to do is to understand who your audience is and what networks they use. So depending on the demographic that you want to reach, if they are heavy Facebook users, make sure that you're posting Thursdays or Fridays between 1 and 3 p.m. Audience likes to tweet, make sure that you're tweeting back at them on Wednesdays between 3 and 5 p.m. They are like the vast majority of us, myself included, and they're on Instagram. The time to post on Instagram would be Wednesday between 2 and 5 p.m. Everyone loves a good visual, so the number of users on Instagram is growing at an exponential rate. So if you want to track the analytics of your Instagram account, go here. And if you're looking to make a career transition, I know it's not the hottest thing out, it's not the most happening place to be, but you've got to get a LinkedIn account, no questions asked. Overall, decide who you want to engage with, find out where they are, and go there. Number 2, for launching a successful career campaign, we have got to get aggressive. As the saying goes, if you don't ask, the answer will always be no, so we're definitely going to ask for their vote, but we're going to do so in a very genuine and authentic way. Before you just go around asking people to vote for you, hire you, partner with you, invest in you, make sure that they know who you are. Huge, huge turnoff. Before you outright ask for someone's vote, make sure that they're even the right people that you want to be aligned with, okay? And you do that by seeking to be around people that are smarter than you are. In order to be considered an interesting person, you have to first be interested. So seek to understand how people got to where they are. Ask questions, be engaging, be interested. This second tip is something that I've encountered one too many times. I'm always happy to help someone, but nothing bothers me more than when I get an email from someone who has a question, very good question, but they live in the same city as me and they're emailing me instead of just inviting me out for coffee for a chat. If you want someone to invest in you, if you want someone to buy what you're selling, if you want to get connected with someone, stop being lazy. Something as small as inviting someone out for coffee in buying the coffee even, it can make a really lasting impression. So you never want anyone to think you are constantly taking, but that you're never actually giving or investing in building that relationship. Number 3 is probably one of my absolute favorites. Not probably, it really, really is. You've got to be purposeful if you want to launch a successful campaign for yourself. In being purposeful, you have to understand and accept that not every opportunity is for you, and you're not a good fit for every opportunity. It's just not how it works. You're not going to get everyone's vote once you launch your career campaign, okay? And that's totally okay, but make sure that you're at least aiming at the right targets. This piece of advice is very near and dear to me, so if you don't write down anything else that I say tonight, write this down, think about it some more today. Let's keep the conversation going. Now, you've been told your whole life over and over again to write down your goals, but tonight I'm going to challenge you to do something different. I want you to write out your values instead. For example, you might think that you really want to start a business, but at the core of starting your own business is the value of being in control and feeling free. So instead of going out and wiping out your savings account to start that business tomorrow, first start to find other ways that you can start to feel in control and free, and then we'll get to the business. For example, you might think that you really want to go out and buy that $300 pair of shoes, but really you just want to feel beautiful. And there are so many other ways that you can feel beautiful without buying shoes. The point is, you can have the exact same aim, but a completely different target. Seek to find the core of what it is you're truly chasing after. A really quick recap on how to launch a successful career campaign: develop a sound strategy, be authentically engaged, and define what motivates you at the core. For information like this on success.com, so visit my blog, shoot me an email at raina@success.com, follow me on Instagram, raina.anderson, or snap me. But if you're in Houston, do not email me. Let's get coffee, okay? Coffee, no emails if you're in Houston. Check out the other bloggers. There's some really good information out there.